Good afternoon, Kent Bain with Nine Business Group and Elevate Your Business Chat. We have the pleasure of Shawnna Leonard joining us today. Shawnna, welcome. Please introduce yourself, your name, your company name, and what makes you different or sets you apart from the competition. Why do people buy from you?
Well, thank you, Kent. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. So thank you for the invitation. I'm Shawnna Leonard. I'm the founder of Simplicity Key Business Solutions and also a business architect. And what makes us different really is I'm empowering the underserved market of micro business. The bootstrap entrepreneur and the struggling small business that just hasn't got to that next level yet. So with Simplicity Key Business Solutions, we're really there to provide the services and software tools that were previously reserved for established agencies and marketing companies. Those type of tools can significantly help you, but a lot of times they're out of that price point. So we've found a way to provide them to you at a lower cost and teaching entrepreneurs how to take control of their brand, technology, and marketing, which really results in building macro brands on a micro budget.
No, thank you. You said earlier on a previous call that you've been doing this for a while. How long have you been in business? And in that time frame, what has been the biggest challenge you've faced? How did you overcome it? What does it look like today?
So the business actually I started about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And I would say, so, I'm very familiar with the pains of startups and people that are bootstrapping their area or their company. So, the biggest thing for me was just the understanding of how long it could take for a business to take off. Right. So it takes a while to gain that traction. And the next thing is, when it comes to funding, that they don't include your income. So you really got to be prepared to be able to, for the first couple of years, invest in your company. And sometimes you just don't realize that right at the beginning. So that was my biggest learning curve on that side.
Yes, I think my wife reminds me quite often as to what it costs to run my house. And that factor in the business line item, absolutely for sure. What is one thing you know now that you wish you would have known when you started in business?
The one thing I wish I knew now. Well, I think that would be what I was previously talked about as far as the bootstrapping side. I'm trying to think of another. There's just so many things you don't know. You know what? A lot of things you try, and there's a lot of failure in the beginning of organizing your business, right? So, even with the business planning, the numbers, it's a big umbrella that you have to, as a small business owner, understand. So there's that big learning curve. I think there's always something like for me personally, my background is sales and marketing, so I'm strong in that. Some other entrepreneurs may not be strong in that side, but they'll be stronger in the accounting and the actual business planning portion, right? So I think no matter which entrepreneur you are, there's always certain things that you need to brush up your skills on.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Thank you for your insight on that. If there was a pirate, a thief in your business or around your business, what would they be stealing from you?
Well, I am my business, so I think they'd steal me, actually. So, and I don't know where they put me. So maybe
That's fair. So what is
yeah.
that unique thing that you bring to the table that makes you the most important person in your business?
Um, let's see. I would say, it's my knowledge, solutions, and integrity, what sets me apart. I'm really not aware of anyone servicing my target market with an all-in-one technology solution. So, when you work with that, a qualified business architect and exclusivity, and that's the other thing with agencies, they generally will not do for you, is that they, if I'm working for a painting company, let's say, in the Edmonton market, which is the market I'm in right now, I won't work with another painter. And why is that? Because when I'm designing marketing or, I'm working with you on your strategy, you're divulging a lot to me about your business. And that strategy, a lot of times, with big agencies, they're just repurposing the same strategy. So whether or not it's SEO or your content, a lot of the same things happen, right? So really now you're having to spend more to get ahead of the competition. It's this vicious cycle. And I really did notice that in the industry. And I really wanted to, I don't need hundreds and hundreds of clients. So when I work with someone, that's the only one I work with. And I think that's a big difference.
No, a great clarification, because I've always wondered, people as a coach often ask me, do I specialize in a certain niche? And for me, I like to think I specialize. About a third to half of my clients are disruptors, people that have a product or service that is non-traditional and unique to them in a way that they sometimes think that business doesn't apply to them, or business principles. And it's that mix, because I think now I've had over 200 clients in probably 50 different industries. But the one thing that they all have in common is they have a business that they want something more out of. They want that business to go to the next step. So, and it sounds like you're kind of in the same path, as every client is unique and every client has its own marketing niche to focus on and to get new clients with. So
100%.
you work with business owners, you have a business. What is your definition of a successful business?
Well, I would say, it's a company that's built on purpose, right? A company that is solving problems with simplified solution for their target market, right? So everything is always based on who you're serving. And, there has to, and the purpose is why you're doing it, right? So for me, that's what a successful business is. And with Simplicity Key Business Solution, we were built with one thing in mind. That was to effectively change the failure rate of business. And by providing affordable solutions, all-in-one solutions to help entrepreneurs build a macro brand on a micro budget. And the reason I went that direction is because I've seen how many times those foundations were not built in the beginning. And the challenges, even when they've been in business 5-6 years, once they start advertising. Because if you start advertising before you have those foundations built, a lot of the advertising won't take, you don't get that growth, right? And so I was doing that. I sold advertising. So, I was working with $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 budgets. Now, the bigger companies have certain marketing, they have a full marketing department. So of course they've looked after that. But for the individual business owner, the business owners, 1 to 9 people, a lot of times they just don't have that budget or that expertise in their team. So this provides those kind of solutions for them, and giving them that corporate quality feel in a budget that can work for them.
Gotcha. What do you want to be known for?
Different kind of agency. So there's a lot of agencies out there. One that empowers entrepreneurs to take control of their business, marketing, and technology. So what that means is that I really want to teach entrepreneurs how to utilize technology to their benefit, and how to bring in-house a lot of these marketing tools, which they can now do with software, and at least build those foundations so that they can build properly, they can build a solid foundation. And then rather than doing those one-offs, which you see a lot, somebody will come in, we were doing this, like for instance, there was a company that called me, and you can put your name on a bag, we're going to be giving them away at the grocery store, this, that, $1,200. But without a strategy, without foundations, it's still throwing money out the door. And I've seen it so many times over the years I've been in the industry, that I just want to prepare people and help them build that solid foundation.
Tremendous idea. Now, to wrap this up, who is your ideal client? What kind of industry are they in? So if you can reach out and identify that client today, do so. This is your chance. And let them know where to find you and how to get more information to get in touch with you.
Yeah, so I think one of the industries I find is very underserved and has a lot of opportunity actually is the construction industry. The construction industry really has, especially for the micro entrepreneurs or the smaller guys, and I don't mean smaller in volume, I mean just smaller in a team. They're quite, they do very, very well. So some haven't really looked at branding or how they can utilize tools to streamline, all the tasks that they have in a day, and how that can change things. The other thing that they haven't maybe thought about is their exit strategy. Like if you don't have a brand, you don't have anything to sell, because then the business is you, right? So I think that there's a lot I can do to help that industry and those entrepreneurs maybe take a look at their business a little bit different and help with that growth. The next thing is there is a lot of clients that I know that really didn't know how to access the $2,400 grant. So if there's any B2C clients, what I'm doing there is I'm working with them, and basically I take on all the legwork, They just have to apply. We build the plan together. I do the work to submit that plan and talk to the people to qualify that plan, and then they get their money back. So, when you have these grants like that can be utilized, that could be a real game changer for them in 2023.
Absolutely. And is that the CDAP grant, the Canadian Digital Adoption Program?
Correctly. Yeah.
Excellent. And where can people find you? How would they phone number, email address, website? Give it.
Yes, all of them. So it is Shawnna at simplicityKey.ca, 825-440-7539, and text or call. I'm always available.
Sounds good. Thank you, Shawnna. You've been absolutely great. Answers were fantastic and insightful, and you have an amazing rest of your day.
Thank you so much, Kent. I appreciate the opportunity.
You're welcome.
Great to see you. Bye-bye.